Okay, friends, it is Goodwill shopping time. I'm back at a Goodwill here that I haven't been to in a while. And I am excited to see what's on the shelves. Here we go. Gonna tell you, it is so busy. I mean, look at all these legs. There are people everywhere. This is not a big, giant Goodwill either, so you're pretty crammed in, but that does not steer me away. I don't mind thrifting when there's a ton of people around because I'm so focused on what I'm doing anyway. I could care less who's around me. Now, a lot of times you guys will say, why do you keep your voice down? Like today, I'm doing a voiceover because I wanted to respect the shopping experience of everybody else. Have you ever stood in line waiting to check out and maybe there's somebody next to you having an entire loud conversation on the phone and you can hear every single word and you're just like, oh my goodness, will you please turn off your phone or will you please stop? It's distracting, right? So I don't want to ruin somebody else's experience of shopping. I don't want to be that person. And obviously I'm filming in a public area right now. And the last thing I want to do is create a problem for Goodwill because I love my Goodwill. So got a bunch of stuff in here today. So I guess question to start with is, like, do you get overwhelmed when there's a lot of people in the store? I'm not talking about, filming out loud and speaking out loud and having conversations, but I'm talking about, when you go thrifting, if there's a ton of people, oh my gosh, I love this kitty cat. If there's a ton of people around, will you leave? Does it just get overwhelming and you feel like you have to leave? Me, I'm a trooper. I will thrift till we can't thrift no more. Sometimes Matt will say, hey, I got to get out of here. There's just too many people here. I got to go. I'm going to go sit in the van. On this day, he dropped me off. He actually went to get a delicious sub here in Pennsylvania. They're called hoagies. Who knows about the hoagie? It's funny, my sister came down from Canada for a visit, and next to our store, there's a shop that sells sandwiches, and it was really funny hearing her try to pronounce that word, because I was too the same thing before I moved to Pennsylvania. Okay, this butterfly, can we give it up for this gorgeous butterfly? Now, it is not glass, it's plastic, but again, that's okay. I don't really care what things are made of. I just go for a certain style. So for me, when I do resale at my shop, I think about my client. What would they like? What do they do in their day-to-day life? Could this be a platter? I sell candles. My customer base loves candles. So stuff like this I look at to see, what? Could that be a candle base for somebody? Is it a fire-safe bottom? And anyway, I loved it. So yeah, I just go for stuff that feels good. I love this piece. Now, you're going to see me put it in my cart. And at the end, I ended up taking it out. I was looking at it. I loved it. It's $4. And I'm like, is this? And it's either called Amberlina or Amberlina. I think that's what it is. Somebody in the comments tell me. I'm still learning my glass. There's a lot to learn. So, but I think it's called Amberlina glass. And I was like, oh, wow, I love this. And then as I was getting ready to check out, I looked it over again and it had scratching on it around the center, but at first I didn't see it when I picked it up. So that's what's called flashed, when they flash on this coating. And that's why it was basically a cheaper way to get the, the high-end quality glass look. So I saw scratches and I left it back. This swan, listen, if you love, if you're somebody who just loves the whitewash, the open, just lots of white and creams, she would have fit in beautiful in a house that has lots of very lights. I mean, look at the dish, look at it, cream white. Oh my gosh, the milk section here. Yes, they had it all pulled together. Look at this. I thought that was so cool the way they did that rimmed glass. More and more, I find myself drawn to milk glass. I feel that not everybody, and even me as well, sometimes you can look over the white and you go to something else, the colorful stuff. Now this one was the milk glass, and it has like the cover, the tray, beautiful storage. So I know that will definitely resell in my shop. I thought that was a really good find. Would you guys take it home as well? Just doing a check over, $3.99. Yes, Sonia, you did good. Absolutely. What a great find. I think it's funny when I find this stuff and I have like a whole cart, a collection going on, and I'm walking through the aisles and there's people literally walking by eyeing up my cart. People will say, oh, you got some nice stuff. I mean, I do think that, you know, maybe my superpower, I have a little bit of a thing when it comes to picking shelves, just because I like to curate and pull things together. This one was really neat. Now I gotta tell you guys that in one of my recent videos, you know, I love candle holders. Somebody's gonna say, does she always pick up candle holders? Yes, she personally loves them, and she sells and she flips them all day long. Well, at one of the recent stores, I was at Goodwill, and let's say it's Goodwill, I'm at Goodwill. There was a glass clear candle holder, and I remember saying in the video, this looks like drippy glass. That's interesting. And I left it there. Well, one of you guys wrote in the comments, and you told me that actually is a type of, like, it's made by a certain brand. Anyway, it's back in the comments, and I looked it up, and I think it was only a couple bucks, but when I did look it up, it was like a $50 candle holder. So apparently the drippy glass look was a designer look. Anyway, now I'm just telling you, if you're out picking and you see something that looks like drippy glass or like an ice cube that's melting, like an iceberg that's melting, apparently it's a thing, and those are, you know, worth dollars. Peppers, love the peppers. Those are cool. I like that. They're red and glass. She was sweet too. I love her. I love the glass stuff, the stained glass stuff, the colorful things. Here was just a little mini guy. What was he, $2.99 or something? A bunny. Oh my gosh. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous in her yellow ballroom dress. You know what? Maybe I should have picked the bunny up. You know, given that we're in spring, somebody probably would have loved her and appreciated her. I have learned that there is a sock for every foot. That, yes, there is the perfect buyer for everything. And people see just beauty in things that other people won't see. I love these. I found beauty in these. Here is me doing the little rim test where I take my finger and I see if there's any chips. Sometimes I don't see it, so I rely, you know, you do the finger tap sometimes, you can tell. Anybody else do that? You can definitely tell right away, you know, what it's made of. You're just, you know, programmed to know. So I do the little test with my, if you ever see me do that with my fingers, just to see, what is this, made of plastic or is this glass? And then I do a little rim test like these here. Like these look like the blue ones that we just got, except they're red and yellow. And look at that crackle style. There's a pair of them, which, think about it, you know, they're glass. They're candle holders. They've been on many surfaces. So if you find a set of candle holders, I think that's pretty cool. You know, plus they're glass, and like I said, they survived. Now, if I see one candle holder, you know me, I will put a little eclectic, you know, situation going on and put all of them together. I'm not afraid of that either. So you never know. It's always when you go out, like, you never know what you're going to find. So it's the thrill of the hunt for me. That was beautiful. Did you see that little creamer with the blue flowers onto it and the gold? Oh my goodness, so beautiful. You know, these days I reach for my cream and it comes out of a carton. Like right now, as I'm editing this, I have a cup of tea next to me. I've got some chai tea and I just put some heavy whipping cream into it. But sometimes I think, you know, like, I wish, like, you know, we go through life so fast. We grab and we go and we put it in our tea. But when you see these beautiful dishes, and I know that there was a time where people lived a little slower, slow living, but you can exercise that whenever you want. I could get up and decide to put my, you know, my cream into a creamer and just enjoy it and make it a much more thoughtful experience. But lately I find myself thinking about that more and more, just taking time and, you know, enjoying life. Because it's happening right now. Going to the desert, you guys have been seeing my desert picking. If you follow me on social media, we just came back from the desert, and it was just amazing. I came back with lots of hope, because when you're in the middle of dead winter here on, you know, I'm up by Lake Erie, okay? So it's cold over here. There's snow over here. We missed a giant snow fall, which I'm thankful for. But to come back, oh my gosh, by the way, she was amazing. She looked like strawberry shortcake. cake. Does anybody recognize her? I haven't taken the tag off the bottom since I purchased her. So if you recognize her, let me know for sure. It's always fun to learn, but I'd never seen one. And she's a candle. So I'm pretty sure she has a wick at the top of her head. If I remember, yeah, do you see it? It's just kind of folded down there. But yeah, coming back from the desert just gave me hope. I saw the sunshine and it just really re-inspired me. It's so good to have a change sometimes and, you know, come back again and get on the go. By the way, those glass clear ones, if they were $1, I would have bought them and sold them for like maybe $4.99, but $2.99, I left them there. The last set I got, sometimes I'll buy those and you guys will comment and say, you know, you can get those at the Dollar Tree for $1. Well, they look like heavy glass to me. And if they're sold there for $1, I just use my own like gut intuition. Like, what would I like that. And I turn it over and go, you know what? I pay more than $1 for this. So it's all value to, you know, to each their own. But yeah, typically I'll buy those dollar ones and sell them for $4.99 or $5.99, right around in that price point, and they always sell. So yeah, but talk about slow living, coming back from the desert. Oh my goodness, is anybody watching Live in the Desert? It's just, yeah, it's a different life. Sometimes I felt like, you know, I was on a completely different planet. There were fruit trees, I kid you not, fruit trees at our camping spot. So we took our van and, well, you saw me thrifting in Roswell, so you probably saw it, kind of like the size of what we're dealing with. So us two Chihuahuas went to that crystal show, cross country, did some thrifting along the way. And yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Now this ladybug, loved her. So that candle pulls out. I have learned, you guys have taught me how to quickly get wax out of anything, so that's not a problem anymore. But she's a ladybug, and ladybugs can mean luck to people. People collect ladybugs. It's a collectible thing. So, you know, we're representing lots of critters here today. You know, I love whimsical, love cozy. So I know that that ladybug will find a home because she's cute. She is very, very cute. So getting tons in here today. Here's another pepper bowl. Whoever buys the glass peppers needs to get that pepper bowl as well. This was cute. It's a blue. Did I take this? I can't remember now. Did I take this one? No, I put it back. Definitely a possibility though. Here is one that I was looking at. This one kind of has a star design on it. I'm looking, did I take it? Yes, I put it in the cart. So yeah, keep in mind for those drippy ones that are like that, but they look like drippy ice. You might be onto something. All right, we got the pole. There's always a pole at Goodwill. Okay, question for you. Totally different topic. This creamer, I'm guessing, I was trying to decide of whether or not it would be considered depression glass. And a little bit later, I find another piece, which I'm pretty sure it is, but I like that. But does depression glass come in that blue color? I don't think I've ever seen it on shelves. I see the green, I see the pink. So somebody who collects, tell me. It almost looked like it might even glow if you put a black light to it. Now let's talk about corn. Love that. Part of the leaf of it, the greenery of it was broken, so I left that there. I would have taken this, but this is already at $3.99. It had a crack. I would have loved it better if it was completely yellow. That little blue flower made it feel a little, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I left it there. Green, little dish. I'm about to be in the market to go out and shop for some planters because I've come back from the desert and just, you know, it reignited my love of just succulents and cactus. Plus, they are easier to stay alive, which is a beautiful thing. So I love that for us too. This morning, I went and just got a new plant for the collection. I posted it on my social media, and you guys told me it was a jade plant, and it is a succulent plant. So I like succulents because they're made to store water in ecosystems where there's really, typically not a lot. So if you forget to water it, you just kind of wait till it goes dry. So that's probably more my speed. I like that. But I do want to surround myself with more plants and, just enjoyment of that. This is the piece here. Is this depression glass? It's pretty thin. It's light pink. I felt like it, and here's me pulling over the blue one and being like, this one feels thin, but it's blue. I don't know. I also thought this was interesting because this plate over here had like the divisions for the compartments for the different foods. If you hear my chihuahua in the background, that is Oreo. Everybody say hello to Oreo. She hears me talking. This guy, don't tell my chihuahuas, but I am in love with this guy. He reminded me of a critter that I might see on Ice Age, which I love those movies. Look at him. Oh my gosh, just absolutely in love. He is my pride and joy, one of my favorite things that I've got here. And, you know, I'm learning a lot about the plastic. I think it was made by, is it Wacom? Which is really funny because I was sharing with Matt when I got back into the van. It's a Wacom, because it's a raccoon, Wacom, but it's like W-A-C-O-M, I believe. Anyway, you know, the cheesy jokes. What you gonna do? These were sweet. $2.99, little bowls. I'm always so nervous with those little bowls, or with those little glass spoons. Somebody here had obviously jazzed up a clear glass bowl. I love these owls. It's got some crackling in there. I think it's called crazing, I do believe, when that happens with the ceramic porcelain, you know, type stuff. But they're owls, and there's 3 of them for $3.99, which means they're only $1.25 each. And then I start thinking, you know, you could sell them separately. Somebody would use them. You know, I put that on my kitchen countertop, throw some fruit in there for some grab and go. You know, I'm drawn to the gold. I am drawn to the gold. I love the gold. I've been loving gold for years, and I'm just so happy that finally it's like starting to become mainstream with other people appreciating it as well, because I've known that gold is amazing for a very, very long time. It's just, you know, it's just such a warm, beautiful, you know, it just feels like you're surrounding yourself with warm riches. It's just beautiful. I think these were maybe light blue as well. I don't know. Depression glass? Kind of like the blue. Maybe that was part of the same set now that I think about it. So I am still in the kitchen area. Well, I don't buy kitchen-y stuff. I find things like this that gets moved. Maybe that was a Sunday dish. I don't know. To me, it's a candle holder. Everything can be a candle holder. So I always check it out as well. Again, I saw this gold plate, so I don't usually get fruit or anything like that. It has to be a piece that really calls to me before I'll go and purchase something that has fruit onto it. But these are gold. Again, you know, you can't hide what's inside. Oh, well, I am what I am. I thought that was cool. I've never seen gold decorations. I don't know, maybe they're from the 80s. Anybody recognize them? Who had them in their living room? This is what I love about YouTube, is that, you know, you could say, who had these? And like 5 of you will say, I did. This here, anybody recognize this? I love the color, which is what drew me to it, but it felt very heavy. Like, I feel like that might have been something. I just don't know anything about that piece of decor. But I love the color. Here we go. We got a heart bowl. If it was a star, I would take it. Just not into the heart stuff so much. You'll have to tell me if your doggies are saying hello to my doggies, because Oreo is off again. She's talking. She's got a lot to say. She's been in a van for, you know, for almost 2 weeks with us, so in the desert. So she's just happy to be back home, and she's excited. These are amazing as well. You know, when I was out in the desert and I went to the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show, there was places that had some antique brass sort of stuff, and it was high-end antiques. And I remember seeing the same little thing for $30, that like brass. It was brass, the brass storage bin, and they were marked for $29.99. And, you know, I remember saying to Matt, you know, I bought the same one for like, typically, because I've bought and sold these many times, but the little brass containers for $1.99 to $3. So, no, I did not get the brass $30 container. Taking a look through these candle holders here. I don't know if that was silver or not. Sometimes I wonder, do people come in here and buy silver things, and can you take it and get it melted down? Don't know. These do well for me as well. I like this. This is a Bath and Body Works piece. They're just really visually pretty. They're gorgeous. Like, look at that. It's got the plant vibes all over it. Nature again does well at the store. So, and we love our candles. I love this piece. Look at this. I think that was a trivet. Or, yeah, like where you put your hot plate on, put stuff on a hot plate. No clue what those are. Maybe part of some dinnerware setup, like when you cater and you put out all the pieces. I don't know. A little Halloween here. Check this guy out. Would you have taken him? I decided to leave him today. I got bunches of good stuff. Oodles of noodles of good stuff. Oh, look at you. At first I thought maybe your vase. But no, it's those lampshades. Really pretty though. Again, it was glass. It was colorful. So this Goodwill has these bins filled with bags of stuff. And for me anyhow, I don't always see these grab bags, but when I do, I've started to try to look and see what's in them. This was like, it's the most random stuff. Like a bag of pens. The other one was round pearl candles. We're gonna take a look here real quick into the mug section to see if there's anything we can resell. This looked like flowers and looked like Pioneer Woman. And I'm like, yes, Pioneer Woman. Oh, I love that. Like, I love the design. And I also know that people collect her stuff. So I enjoy using mugs like this I will use them myself if I need a mug. And I love an eclectic variety of mugs. My mugs don't all match. Tell me if yours do. I think this was like the Friends. Isn't that Central Perk? Like, a nod to Friends. I love that show. So, but yeah, so mugs are also good like for storage because I use mine on my desk at work, at home, in my art studio, and I'll put my paintbrushes into them, pens, pencils, watercolor pencils, yeah, anything. Cute storage. I like it. Somebody did a little glitter job on the bottom of the mason jars. These are so pretty. I think there's also a name that you call the blue and white patterns. Yeah, and there's a lot of replicas too. People over the years that have done it so many different ways, but I forget where that originated from. There's it's, if you get the original, there's certain blue and white patterns that are worth money. This just looks like a spooky cat bowl. So here I am rearranging all my pretties, saying hello. I love you. I love you. How you doing? I'm taking you home. Mr. Swan. If you do not leave Goodwill with at least, 5 critters in your cart, are you even really shopping? I'm just saying. There's always critters. So what do you guys think of my haul? I think I ended up finding a few more things as well. I'm just showing you. Did I show you that? Yeah, I think I was talking about that little silver tray. That little dish was cute, I thought, for somebody who might want to put their, their rings and things in it. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that cup. Oh, my goodness. I bought a set of bowls, and they have flowers on them, and they just bring me joy. I think the rabbit might be missing his base. If he had a base, I may have taken him home because I could see that again being popular for spring. You want to put a few candies in it and just put it out on your table. Oh gosh, put it back. It's a toothbrush holder. Those things freak me out. You know how we all have things when we thrift that, they're like the nose. They're nose. You guys know already. I'm just not a garbage can buyer for resale. I just don't resell garbage cans, okay? That can be a heated discussion, but hey, to each their own. You do you. Perfumes. I don't buy perfume bottles for resale because, oh my goodness. Yeah, I've gotten sick from opening up. Like just, I'm asthmatic and it's affected my asthma before, and they smell terrible. Some of them do anyhow. I just not have had good luck. If you've bought and resold perfume, older perfume, that's a thing, I guess. Maybe that's a thing, but it's not for me. But toothbrush holders, that's something else that always just weirds me out. Now these were some frames. You know, I love me some gold, some brass, some warm tones, some metallics, and they're actually like plastic. That's why they're so cheap, but it's the look that we're going for. This was a deal, $6.99. I kid you not. I kid you not. I couldn't fit it today, but that was a deal. Then we got a giraffe here. He's $4.99. Like, there we go. Again, have you hit your 5 critters today? If not, keep shopping. I guarantee you there is somebody waiting to be adopted to find a good home. And there are homes that will take them. Don't ever overlook the critters. An apple clock. I'm not sure when those are made, but I feel like I've seen many homes with apple clocks in them. If I ever find an owl clock, or if I ever find the cat where the tail goes back and forth, it's like black, with the ears, I'm gonna definitely pick it up. Sizing up the load, getting ready to head out. Baskets, here we go. If you need baskets, tons at Goodwill. You'll find some pretty vases too there if you want to clean them out. I hear a chipmunk outside my window. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not. He's talking. It's a beautiful spring day here in Pennsylvania. The temperature is warm. Everything is melting. Like I said, I went to the desert. I found hope. I saw the sunshine. It's a real thing, and I know it's going to be here soon in Pennsylvania. But at least things are melting today. Oh, aren't you cute? It's a little bear. Look at him. He's got a pipe cleaner, holding his purse up, a little rosette. She's cute. I thought that was cute. So I always do a little look over the woodworking section because, you know, I'm not afraid to paint something over again. There was a little box here in the corner, which I debated getting because, again, while I'm not into the current style, I could always paint it over. Those also grabbed my attention. I love the old, like, look of those. I'm sure they were old too, but it's just pressed wood, and it has those details of the wagons, the carriages on it. So that could have been a project if I was up to it. This is, you know, this is just a box. You know, it can be anything you want it. Even though it's kind of beat up, you can do your own retake on it. This was a nice box here. Maybe, oh, it was a tea box. Oh my gosh, I bet you that was some good tea. But yeah, if you don't want the rooster, just paint over it. Easy peasy. So, debated on that one, looked at it, thought, not this trip. And then I went back and I found the second one that matched up with the first one because I did look at those when I first came in, and I decided to sit them together for the very next person that comes in behind me and goes, oh, there's a pair. I need these.